Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Jenny Runovich in for Scott. So we begin tonight with a string of thefts. Air conditioning units taken apart and scrapped, or in some cases, stolen. Someone targeting churches and a child development center. But as Alex Almanza explains, when it's this hot, it's not just about missing machines, it's about safety.
This is all that's left of an air conditioning unit at a daycare on the east side. You can see it's in shambles. Pieces are missing. IMPD says that this business isn't the only one targeted in recent air conditioning thefts. Police believe the thief actually went from the daycare center across the street to this church and stole 2 of their 4 air conditioning units.
A string of AC thefts leaving 2 churches and a child development center with thousands of dollars in damage. Police say Stephen Martin targeted 3 Eastside properties in late June. At Safe Care Development Child Care Center, surveillance video shows the unit being smashed and stripped for parts.
Consider that these are children. Consider that it's 90 degrees out.
Marcia Lloyd owns this child care center and says it cost them more than $10,000 to get this new unit on the right replaced. While insurance may cover all or part of it, she says this affects the kids.
You know, what worried me more, just seeing the kids, just knowing that they were uncomfortable and that it was hot in the facility.
Next door, Pentecostal Apostolic Church is still hot. Pastor J. Aaron Tyson calls it the kind of heat they warn you about on Sundays.
Can you imagine a group of people in here worshiping and being active in this heat? Yeah, I'm surprised no one has fallen out thus far.
Tyson says this is the second time thieves have targeted the church's units.
Doing something like that, not just in a church setting, period. Stealing is not a good thing at all.
While Martin now faces felony theft charges, Pastor Tyson is leaving the final judgment to someone else.
He's very welcome at church here. Yeah, we don't shun anybody away, but we be wise though. Yeah, we'll be very wise.
He calls it grace with a watchful eye. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Skies are clear on this Tuesday evening. It was a warm one today. High temperatures in the 90s, just the beginning of a little heat wave that will take us through the end of the week. We're still at 82 degrees in Indianapolis, still at 77 in Columbus, and 75 degrees in Muncie. We're not going to get a lot of relief overnight. Temperatures in the low 70s to start Wednesday. We're at 84 by 10 a.m., nearing 90 at noon, and highs tomorrow 90 to 95. But with heat index or feels like temperatures between 100 and 105, a heat advisory for Indianapolis North. We're also under air quality alerts. Ways you can help in just a few minutes.
Angela, thank you. Sometimes it's hard not to get angry behind the wheel of a car, but police say one driver took things way too far, firing gunshots at a U.S. Postal Service employee. This happened in the South Split here in Indianapolis earlier this month. Investigators say someone was driving aggressively next to a USPS tractor trailer and opened fire. The alleged shooter drove off, but the semi-driver snapped a picture of the license plate, and that picture, along with license plate readers, led police to a Dodge Journey. Police say it was registered to 37-year-old Brian Hughes II.
The technology that we have available to us during our investigations not only leads us to a suspect, but leads us to a suspect very quickly so that we can find the people responsible before they're able to do it again.
Hughes is now charged with 2 felony counts of criminal recklessness. He's due in court in September. Right now, Indiana Senator Jim Banks is pushing for stricter birthright citizenship requirements. It comes after the Supreme Court's ruling upholding birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment. Banks introduced a bill yesterday. It says children of, quote, foreign invaders are not entitled to birthright citizenship. It defines invaders as any person who has not been lawfully admitted to the U.S. and any person seeking admission to the U.S. under the Immigration and Nationality Act. Paul Gresk is an immigration attorney. He's been in practice for 40 years. He does not believe this bill has any legal standing.
There's no way you can go about it in legislative terms. It is within the Constitution. All men are created equal, right? And the 14th Amendment made it very, very specific and clear that if you're born here in the United States, you're a U.S. citizen.
Now, ultimately, this will be up to Congress. If it's signed into law, it would apply to all children born after the bill's enacted. We did reach out to Senator Banks' office today and did not hear back.